am young Homer, here to guide you into the final chapter of Series 5, Fathers and Sons. Zeus's relationships with his children in the rise and fall of Zeus. Tonight we reach episode 45, The Curse of Patricide. Zeus's fears reborn. In this tale, Zeus, who rose to power by overcoming his own father, Cronus, now finds himself haunted by an ancient fear that one of his sons may rise against him just as he once did. This is the shadow that lingers over Zeus's rule, a reminder that even the mightiest gods are bound by fate and prophecy. The fear of betrayal seeps into his heart as he watches his children with both pride and unease, wondering which may someday carry his fate. As we enter this story of power and foreboding, let yourself settle deeply into the comfort of your bed, feeling safe, grounded, and fully at rest. Close your eyes if you wish, and take a slow, deep breath in, allowing calmness to expand through your chest, steady as the slow turn of the stars. As you exhale, release any lingering tension, letting your body grow heavy, sinking deeper into stillness. This is your time to rest, to let go, and to find peace. Focus now on the gentle rhythm of your breath, each inhale and exhale like the quiet beat of a timeless drum echoing through the halls of memory. Take a slightly deeper breath in, letting it fill you completely, and hold it softly for a moment. Then, as you exhale, feel any remaining tightness drift away, leaving only warmth and ease. One more time. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, feel yourself sinking further, as though held by the very earth beneath you. Now, let's guide each part of the body to soften, inviting calmness with every breath. Start with your forehead, allowing it to relax completely as you exhale. Move to your jaw, releasing any tightness, resting in gentle stillness. Now, bring awareness to your shoulders. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, let them fall like leaves drifting quietly upon an ancient river. Allow your arms and hands to grow heavy, resting peacefully by your sides. Notice the steady rise and fall of your chest and belly, inhaling as your belly rises, and on the exhale releasing any last bits of tension, feeling light and free. Shift your focus to your hips and thighs, letting them sink deeper into the bed, fully supported and relaxed. And finally, bring your attention to your calves, feet, and toes, letting them release completely, grounded and calm. Now, imagine yourself within the grand halls of Olympus, where shadows deepen as evening falls. In the distance you see Zeus, seated upon his mighty throne, his gaze distant as he contemplates the weight of his lineage and the unyielding march of fate. He watches his children, powerful and full of promise, yet bound to an uncertain future. The fear of prophecy lingers like mist, a reminder that even gods must answer to destiny. With each breath, feel yourself surrounded by the quiet tension of this moment, as though you too stand upon the edge of a mystery that lies beyond mortal understanding. Inhale deeply, letting the strength and stillness of the scene fill you, and exhale, feeling calm, steady, and fully at peace. With your body relaxed and your mind open, allow the story to guide you into this world of ancient fears and timeless bonds, where the path of fate touches all who walk it. Take one last deep breath in and let it out softly. Now, let us begin. In the quiet moments atop Olympus, Zeus found himself reflecting on his legacy, remembering the countless moments he had shared with his children, each one unique, each filled with lessons of love, strength, and resilience. He saw in them the best parts of himself, but also their own unique qualities that had shaped them into gods worthy of Olympus. He remembered the fierce wisdom of Athena, his warrior daughter who had become his most trusted advisor, the times they had spent strategizing, with Athena challenging his decisions not out of defiance, but out of a shared vision for justice and order. He cherished her loyalty and her intellect, knowing that in her he had an ally and a daughter who understood the weight of responsibility. There was Apollo, whose light and music filled Olympus with warmth and joy. Zeus recalled the melodies that would float through the heavens, Apollo's lyre soothing even the most troubled of hearts. His son's compassion and brilliance brought light not just to the world, but to Zeus's own spirit, a reminder of the beauty and harmony that could exist even among gods. Artemis, too, brought pride to his heart. Her independence and devotion to the natural world reminded him of the beauty and strength tempered by kindness. Zeus often admired her from afar, her presence a force of protection for the wild spaces she loved. In her, he saw a spirit free from the trappings of power, a goddess who chose her own path with grace. And then there was Hephaestus, the son who had been cast aside yet rose through sheer resilience. Zeus had watched Hephaestus forge his own path, each creation a testament to his strength and spirit. Though their bond was strained, Zeus held deep respect for Hephaestus's journey, seeing in him the power to transform adversity into greatness. Each child represented a part of Zeus's own essence, a reflection of his influence on Olympus and the mortal world. Yet even as he cherished these memories, an unease grew within him, a fear that cast a dark shadow over his legacy. Long ago, when Zeus had overthrown his father Cronus, he had set in motion a cycle of rebellion, a legacy of fathers and sons bound by both love and inevitable conflict. Cronus, gripped by the fear of a prophecy that one of his children would rise against him, had consumed each of his offspring to prevent the threat. But Zeus, who had survived by the cunning of his mother Rhea, had broken free and fulfilled the prophecy, casting Cronus down and taking his place as king of the gods. Now, as the years passed and his own power endured, Zeus felt the weight of that prophecy lingering over him, a dark shadow that grew with each new generation. He knew that the same fate that had befallen Cronus could one day be his, that one of his own children might rise to challenge his reign. This fear, unspoken yet ever present, haunted his thoughts. Despite the love he bore for his children, Zeus could not shake the dread that one day his rule and his legacy would be threatened by one of them. The prophecy had been whispered by the Moirai, the fates themselves, who spun the threads of life and destiny with an indifferent hand. Beware, Zeus, they had warned, for one of your own shall rise against you, bringing with them the end of your reign. The words echoed in his mind, their meaning as chilling now as when he had first heard them. Though he did not know which child it would be, he knew that the prophecy was a force beyond his control, a reminder that even the king of the gods was subject to fate. Zeus's love for his children was vast, but the prophecy had sown a seed of doubt, one that grew with each passing day. Every display of strength, every sign of ambition, became a reminder of the potential threat they posed. He looked upon Ares, god of war, with unease, knowing his son's hunger for power and chaos could lead to rebellion. Ares had already shown a defiant streak, his desire for glory a dangerous trait in one who could wield the force of battle. Hercules, too, represented a powerful legacy, a son born of mortal strength and divine will. Though Hercules had proven his loyalty time and again, the sheer strength he possessed was enough to inspire caution in Zeus. Hercules had once been the strongest of all mortals, and his loyalty to Olympus could, under the right circumstances, turn into a force that threatened even the gods. Even among his most trusted children, the potential for betrayal lingered. Athena's wisdom and strategic mind made her invaluable, but Zeus knew that her loyalty was not blind. If ever she deemed his rule unjust, she would not hesitate to stand against him for the sake of what was right. Each of his children, in their own way, held a power that could one day challenge his authority, a realization that left Zeus feeling both pride and trepidation. In the silent halls of Olympus, Zeus allowed himself a moment of vulnerability, reflecting on the nature of his own reign. He had spent centuries building a legacy of strength, wisdom, and justice, guiding both gods and mortals with a hand that could be both gentle and firm. His love for his children was genuine, his pride in their achievements immense. Yet the prophecy cast a shadow over these feelings, a reminder that even the strongest bonds could be tested by fate. Zeus knew that the very qualities he admired in his children, their strength, resilience, and ambition, could one day become the tools of his downfall. He cherished the memories of guiding them, of watching them grow, yet he could not ignore the possibility that one of them might ultimately fulfill the prophecy. It was a duality that weighed heavily on his heart, a love bound by fear, a legacy shadowed by the inevitability of change. In his moments of doubt, Zeus turned to the Moirai, the fates, hoping for clarity in the web of destiny they wove. Yet, the Moirai offered no certainty, only the cold reminder that all things, gods included, were subject to the tapestry of fate. They spoke to him in cryptic words, offering neither comfort nor warning, only the knowledge that destiny would unfold as it must. Though he wielded unmatched power, Zeus knew that he could not escape the threads of fate, that even his reign was but a part of the cosmic order. With no answers, Zeus was left with a choice: to continue ruling with the same strength and wisdom he had always upheld, or to let fear cloud his judgment, allowing suspicion to erode the love he bore for his children. And so, he chose to put his faith in the legacy he had built, knowing that his children, each in their own way, carried forth the best of him. As he looked over Olympus, Zeus saw the prophecy not only as a curse, but as part of the cycle that had shaped his own rise to power. He had overthrown Cronus, fulfilling a prophecy that had cast his father down. Now, he faced the same potential end, a fate that had been written long before he had even ascended to his throne. This realization brought him a sense of acceptance, a reluctant understanding that his reign, like all things, would one day come to an end. Zeus knew that he could not prevent the prophecy, nor could he shelter his children from their destinies. His love for them was unconditional, and he chose to honor that love by continuing to guide them, imparting wisdom that he hoped would endure even beyond his rule. Though the future remained uncertain, he understood that the strength of his legacy lay not in his own power, but in the children he had raised, each carrying a piece of his spirit and a fragment of his heart. Zeus's final reflection was one of peace. He had ruled as king of the gods, not out of fear but out of purpose. He had raised children who embodied wisdom, strength, love, and justice, each one a testament to the power he had wielded with care and vision. He knew that one day they would stand on their own, and he would be remembered not for his invincibility, but for the legacy he had entrusted to them. And so, Zeus resolved to continue as he always had, guiding Olympus with strength and wisdom, putting his faith in the love he bore for his children. Though the prophecy of patricide lingered, he chose to honor his legacy by remaining true to the values he held dear: a father as much as a king, a god as much as a man. Zeus's contemplation was interrupted by a distant flash of lightning, a reminder of the power that surged through him, the authority that had defined his reign. He stood, his gaze cast across Olympus, feeling both the weight of his throne and the pride of a father whose love endured even in the face of fate. The curse of patricide may have cast a shadow over his legacy, but it could not diminish the love he held for his children, a love that would echo through the ages, immortalized in the stories of gods and mortals alike. But Zeus's reign was defined not only by his children, but by the allies who had stood beside him, friends who shared his burdens and victories alike. Join us in the next series as we delve into the stories of Olympus's inner circle, Poseidon and Hades, Athena and Nike, and Hermes and the Cyclopes. Discover the bonds of loyalty, the strength of friendship, and the alliances that helped Zeus maintain his throne and forge the legacy that would endure for centuries. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with peace, strength, and a touch of magic. I'm young Homer, and I look forward to our next story together.